My dad is always doing nice things for me, and I want to say thank you. So I'm going to be making his favorite bread, which is ciabatta. So I got my pre-fermentation here, 24 hours, and now I'm going to make the bread. Let's get cooking. I've made this bread more times than I can count, but I'm gonna be honest, it's been a minute since I've made it, and I was definitely second guessing myself a lot, and it didn't turn out how I wanted it to, so I was a little upset about that because I was making this bread for my dad to say, thank you for letting me stay at your house until I can go back to Korea. And the thing with ciabatta bread, if you've never made it before, it takes a lot of time and it's very sticky. And that's where I messed up. Every time I make this bread, it turns out beautifully, but I'm guessing because of this time I wanted to make it for my dad as a thank you, it didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to. But because it's been so long since I've made it, I couldn't remember how sticky it was supposed to be. So after I mixed it and I was pouring it into the bowl, I was like, this seems a little stickier than I remember. But instead of me adding more flour or trying to fix what was wrong, I was just like, it's fine. And that's where I messed up. I knew deep down that it was too sticky, but I was like, it's fine. And when you're making ciabatta bread, it takes a lot of resting periods. So you put it into the bowl, you let it rest for 30 minutes, then you fold it 4 times, and then you let it rest again for 30 minutes, and you repeat that step 3 times. So at this point, it's already been like an hour and a half of me trying to make this bread, and I was thinking about maybe just like throwing it away and starting again. But I was like, you know what? I'm already in too deep. I gotta just finish it. And if it doesn't turn out, oh well, I'm gonna make it again anyway, so might as well just give it a shot. And normally when you're making bread, you don't want it to be super sticky. You want to add flour and stuff, but it's like with ciabatta, it is sticky and you just gotta suffer. But it's not supposed to be as sticky as it was right here. It's all good though, everything's fine. Here's an important tip that I learned from culinary school. You use cornmeal on your baking paddle so your bread doesn't stick when you're putting it in the oven. I swear, cornmeal is magic. When I'm making different types of artisan bread, I don't really go this heavy on the cornmeal, but because this ciabatta bread was so sticky, I was like, I need to load this paddle up. Because then once I put it on the paddle, I let it rest again for 30 minutes before I put it into the oven. And I always test before I put it in the oven to make sure that it's not going to stick. I just give it a little shimmy to make sure. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Then I just shimmy it on into the oven. I spritz it with water to help give it a nice crunchy crust. Here's how the bread turned out. It's sad, okay? It is sad. It does have a nice crunchy crust, but it was a little dense. Okay, it was a lot of dense. My dad said it was good, but I'm not happy. I'm going to try again. All right, bye.